Long ago, in a village nestled by the banks of a wide and mighty river, there lived an African chief named Akinyemi. Akinyemi was a man of great power, and his people feared him, for he ruled with cruelty and greed. He took more than his fair share of the village's harvest, forced the villagers to work long hours, and demanded tribute for every small favor he granted. The people of the village had long whispered of their chief's wickedness, but none dared to speak against him. His word was law, and those who disobeyed were punished severely. In the village, there was a wise old woman named Amina. Amina had lived through many seasons and seen many chiefs come and go, but none as wicked as Akinyemi. One day, as she sat by the river, she heard the whispers of the river spirits. They spoke of a great reckoning that would come to the chief, for the river had seen too much injustice in the land. "Beware, Chief Akinyemi," the river spirits murmured. "Your greed will be your downfall. The river will reward the good, but it will punish the wicked." Amina knew that it was time to act. She gathered the villagers and shared the warning from the river. The people were afraid, for they had always feared the wrath of their chief. But Amina told them, "We must show kindness to the river and each other. Only then can we hope to change the future." While the villagers worked to restore balance, offering the river gifts of clean water and carefully tended crops, Chief Akinyemi heard none of it. He was too busy taking what was not his: more land, more tribute, more wealth. He cared not for the people's needs, only for his own. He mocked the villagers' kindness, believing that he was untouchable. One day, as the sun set over the horizon, Chief Akinyemi decided to hold a grand feast. He ordered the villagers to prepare a feast of unimaginable grandeur, knowing that they had no choice but to obey. As the evening drew near, the chief grew impatient, demanding more food and more decoration. The villagers worked tirelessly, their hands aching from the strain. That night, as the feast began, the river stirred. The waters rose higher than anyone had seen in many years. The river was angry, and the spirits of the river were not pleased with the chief's greed. Akinyemi, feeling invincible in his palace, did not notice the dark clouds gathering above. As the feast went on, the chief sat at his table, unaware of the storm that was brewing. Suddenly, the earth trembled, and the sky grew dark. A loud roar echoed across the village, and the river surged forward, its waters flooding the village. The villagers screamed in fear, scrambling to save themselves from the rushing water. Akinyemi, in his greed and arrogance, had ignored the warning of the river spirits. As the floodwaters reached his palace, he tried to flee, but the mighty river swept him away. His riches, his palace, and all the things he had taken from the people were consumed by the water. Amina, who had warned the people and lived humbly by the river, watched the floodwaters with calm eyes. She had given back to the river, offering it respect and gratitude, and the river had rewarded her kindness. The river did not harm her or the villagers who had worked to restore balance. Instead, it flowed peacefully, as if to cleanse the land of the greed and cruelty that had once plagued it. The villagers, though saddened by the loss of their chief, began to rebuild their lives. They worked together with kindness and respect, and the river, once a source of fear, became a symbol of hope and renewal. As for Akinyemi, the river's punishment was a reminder that greed and cruelty could never stand against the forces of nature and goodness. The people learned that a ruler's strength lies not in his power to take, but in his ability to give and care for his people. For more interesting stories like this, please like, share, and subscribe to this channel.